If you had to describe the Allahabad High Court judgment on Tandav and the Madhya Pradesh High Court judgment on Munawar Faruqui, a man who spent 36 days in jail for a joke he did not actually crack at that event that he was picked up from, what are the words, Justice Deepak Gupta, that you would use to describe these two verdicts? Would you say they are incompetent, or would you say they're prejudiced, or would you say a matter of opinion? What are the words that you would actually use to describe? We're reading quotes of the Madhya Pradesh High Court judgment denying bail to Munawar Faruqui, and Justice Nariman, of course, stepped in at the Supreme Court to grant him bail. But if you had to describe these two verdicts from these two high courts, what were the words you'd use?
See, I'll just deal with first with Munawar Faruqi's case.
Yeah.
I think it's a joke on the Constitution, on our criminal justice system, to keep a man behind bars for so long.
Joke on the Constitution.
It's yes, because in the way it has been, he didn't say anything, or even if he said, let's assume he said it. Do you keep a man behind bars for 40 days for that? You see, and what sort of troubled me even more was the manner in which, when the case was being handled, the bar associations, etc., were being virtually invited by the court to intervene in the matter against the bail petitioner. This never happens.
Yeah.
And what did it take in the Supreme Court? Not even half a minute. I think the counsel for the petitioner did not even have to open up arguments when Justice Nariman stepped in and said the bail has to be granted.
Yeah.
In the Tandav case, I have not read the complete order, so I'll like to reserve. But what I've read,
can we quote some bits? We have it ready for you here.
No. I've read a large portion of it but I've not read always to be fair to it, I haven't read the full judgment. Like in Munawar Faruqui, I've read the full order.
Sure.
But in the Tandav case, I've not read the full order. But what I've read in the papers does not make happy reading at all.
Does not make happy reading. Yeah.
It does not. It is like saying that if you take a view against the majority religion, etc., then you are bound to go to jail. I mean, let's face it. People question old thoughts and beliefs, and new thoughts develop.
Yeah.
Do you think Mahatma Gandhi followed the well-trodden path? Or Gautam Buddha, Mahavir, Raja Ram Mohan Roy, any one of our great leaders and spiritual leaders also, they broke away from what was the past. Today, I'm sure that if people like Guru Nanak or Dayanand Saraswati were alive, they would be put behind bars under 153 or 124 because you're inciting communal violence.
Yeah.
How do you don't? Religions are much stronger than this.
Yeah.
The strength of religion is much stronger than one person making. I remember as a child in Simla, in a small town like Simla, sometimes going to see the Ram Leela during the Sera. And during the interval, there would be a lot of jokes on the religious religious entities who have been shown in the Ram Leela. And nobody felt offended. We become too touchy a nation. We take offense at everything. As I said, the art of conversation is dying down.
Yeah.
I can tell you, even I'm scared with close friends sometimes to, say something even in a humorous vein.
You are scared. If our judges are scared, can you imagine what we feel? I called the Allahabad High Court judgment bizarre the other day, and I thought maybe I should edit out that word because I'll be hauled up for contempt next by the courts themselves. But I do think it's bizarre. With respect to the judge who delivered it, I think it's bizarre seen through a prism of law. Forget free speech. Just seen through the prism of law.
It makes sad reading. It shows that the constitutional spirit and the spirit of the code of criminal procedure has been totally lost sight of. And it seems that, when we take oath as judges of the High Court or judges of the Supreme Court, we take an oath to uphold the Constitution and the laws. At that time, in the court, your only Bible, your only Gita, your only Guru Granth Sahib, your only Quran, the Constitution, and nothing else. And a judge should forget his biases, legal, religious or other beliefs when he decides the matter. If you stick to your oath that you will do your job without fear of ever affection or ill will, and that you uphold the Constitution and the laws, I see no problem. But when
would it be fair for me to say that you believe that the Madhya Pradesh High Court and the Allahabad High Court in the Munawar Faruqui and the Tandav bail hearings failed to uphold the Constitution?
Yes, definitely. I do believe that.